Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. So we're going to look at two people, Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. And the idea, because they're around about the same size, that they're somehow smaller than Floyd Mayweather. Is that really true? Back in 2009, there was an allegation that Floyd was too big, too strong for Juan Manuel Marquez. And this same allegation is what's being said about Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. Now, for a fact, we know he's got more or less a 4-inch reach advantage over Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez in terms of arm length. In terms of height, he has an inch to an inch and a half over Pacquiao and Marquez. But really what defines a fighter, and this is why we have different weight classes, is their weight. Fighters' weight determines the kind of punching power that they can deliver and also the kind of punching power that they can receive and still stay standing or absorb. So really and truly, when we look at fighters, they may be short, they may be tall, but what really matches them up with each other is the weight class. So we're going to examine the facts about the weight of Manny Pacquiao and the weight of Juan Manuel Marquez, and we're going to compare those to Floyd Mayweather. First of all, I want to compare Manny Pacquiao's last 4 fights with Floyd Mayweather's last 4 fights and their weights. What is the most important weight? Well, it's important to weigh at or below the weight limit for a given weight class. But really, the most important weight that counts is the unofficial weight on fight night. So we're going to look at both the official weight to make sure that they did make that and the unofficial weight. But more, we'll pay emphasis to the unofficial weight. So let's get going. Manny Pacquiao's first of the last 4 fights was against Juan Manuel Marquez. He weighed 147 pounds, so he reached the limit. Marquez 143, but on fight night, both hydrated to 5 pounds more. To Pacquiao was 151 pounds, Marquez 148. After Pacquiao was knocked out by Marquez in that fight, he came back in a comeback fight against Brandon Rios a year later. It was a welterweight fight for the interim WBO belt. Manny Pacquiao weighed 145 pounds, Brandon Rios 146. So they reached just below the welterweight limit. And Pacquiao on fight night, the real weight that counts, 150 pounds. Rios 159. Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley really was an exceptional fight. Welterweight fight for the WBO welterweight championship of the world. Came in at 145 pounds, below the welterweight limit. And Bradley came in at 145 and a half. On fight night, weighed 151 pounds. Bradley 152. His most recent fight against Chris Algieri, catch weight 144 pounds. Pacquiao came in at 143.8, Algieri 143.6, but on fight night, the important weight, 149 pounds. Chris Algieri 155. Let's compare the Floyd Mayweather fights, his last 4. In his first of 4 fights, he weighed 146 pounds below the welterweight limit, and Robert Guerrero just at the limit, 147 pounds. We don't know what they weighed on fight night. Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez. Yes. And Floyd Mayweather weighed on that night. I'm going to do my conversions here so you can see. Okay. I'm going to punch in his weight, which was 68.3. Floyd Mayweather weighed 150.5 pounds at the scales, or 150.6, you could say 151 pounds. And Canelo Alvarez, he weighed in at 152 pound limit, okay, because it was a catch weight. So Floyd Mayweather was 151 pounds, or 150.5 pounds. Canelo came in at 152. Floyd on fight night weighed 150.5 pounds. He didn't gain another pound. while Canelo Alvarez ballooned up to 165 pounds. When Floyd Mayweather Jr. fought Marcos Maidana, again, he came in, but this time he came in at 146 pounds. Marcos Maidana came in at 146.5 pounds. And on fight night, the unofficial weight was 148 pounds for Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Marcos Maidana unofficially weighed 165 pounds. It was said that he hyperhydrated through Alex Ariza's techniques. In the second fight, Floyd Mayweather came in at 66.5 kilograms, which weighs that 66.5 kilograms is 166.5. 66.5 kilograms is 146.6 pounds, whereas Marcos El Chino Maidana came in at 66.2. Just hold on a second there. Let me just take a look at that again. 66.5, and Marcos Maidana came in at 66.2 pounds, which is 146, roughly 146 pounds. So Floyd Mayweather, he came in at 146.6 pounds, whereas Marcos Maidana came in at 146 pounds. So basically just a switch in their weights. On fight night, Marcos Maidana came in somewhere between 152 and 155 pounds. The unofficial scale weighing was not done. And Floyd Mayweather came in somewhere between 148 and 150 pounds. What this shows me is that Floyd Mayweather weighs between 148 to 150 pounds on fight night. And Manny Pacquiao also weighs between 148 and 151 pounds on fight night. So they basically weigh about the same weight. Now let's look at Juan Manuel Marquez. Here we have Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez. This was the third fight. This was Marquez's second trip to welterweight. The first time was against Floyd Mayweather, then he went down to lightweight, and then he moved up to junior welterweight, and then he moved to welterweight. This is his second trip. Marquez on fight night. Let's start. Pacquiao, 143 pounds. Marquez, 142. These are both welterweights. And Pacquiao weighed on fight night 148. Marquez, 150. Okay? Again, Marquez comes in at 150 pounds. The fourth fight, he came in at 148. So you can see Marquez, Pacquiao, and Floyd Mayweather, they're around about the same weight. This is important. Very important. But I got something else to show you guys. If you go to Basement Gym Boxing and you type in what do welterweights rehydrate to on an official weight reference list, you're going to find out that welterweights, well, see for yourself. So if you look at all of these weights, they average 150 plus pounds, right? Generally speaking. It's between 150 to 160 pounds. Some people go over 160, some go below 150. Now what I want you to pay attention to is this fight in September of 2009. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Juan Manuel Marquez. Marquez is coming up from lightweight. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is now returning to welterweight. They do what is called a catch weight. Floyd violates the catch weight, comes in 146, 2 pounds over. I think he pays $100,000 per pound over. Whereas Juan Manuel Marquez, he comes in at 142 pounds. So Floyd violates the weight limit. But if you notice, Floyd generally comes in at 146 pounds. Okay, so you see a pattern. On fight night, Juan Manuel Marquez, 148 pounds. He puts on 6 pounds rehydrating. Floyd Mayweather, we don't know the unofficial weight. But we can assume that if he was 146 pounds, he would be somewhere between 148 and 150 pounds, right? Not a significant weight advantage at all. So what I want to say to you guys is this, and you can just keep on looking through all of the other welterweights that are here. What I want to say to you is that the argument that Manny Pacquiao is smaller than Floyd Mayweather, weight-wise, that carries no weight. Same thing for when Juan Manuel Marquez fought Floyd Mayweather. In fact, Marquez has generally fought at 148 pounds in any welterweight fight. He's between 148 and 150. So I just wanted to dispel that notion that these guys are smaller than Floyd. Yes, they're shorter. Yes, they have a shorter reach as well, but they're more compact than Floyd is. So they're compact, strong, sturdy guys who this is why you can't say that Floyd was stronger than them. Floyd's more finesseful. He's a little longer than them, but they're compact, sturdy dudes. So I want to just say that to dispel that notion that these guys were heavy, Floyd was heavier and stronger and bigger than them, and will be against Pacquiao. All right, you have a good day.